Okay. Episode 77 of the show.
We're back. As always, we got Gunny Mathison, Joe Schmidt, and our special guest tonight, Congress Level 3 champion, Justin Mathison.
Hey, welcome.
Thanks for having me, guys. It's it's been a long time coming.
Yeah.
I can't believe we've gone 77 episodes,
And we haven't had you.
and y'all haven't even called me one time.
Yeah.
We're happy to have you on the show.
It's
Great.
good to be here.
Yeah, you finally
I
won
feel
something big.
I feel a little nervous in the hot seat here. Yeah, where's the? You know what? I feel like this seat is gonna. I'm gonna keep the streak going at the next horse show, not the
Yeah.
last horse show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my goal.
No, it was it was fun. I mean, you drew up number 1 in the
Yeah, what about
Level
that?
3 finals, and you stuck it on them. It was legit.
You know what? I drew up number 1, and I was like, golly, number 1 and 11. I'm like, golly, I'm draw 1, and I got 10 horses to get my next horse ready. And Cade walks up to me and says, dude, that's actually a good draw. You have all the time in the world to get draw 1 ready.
Yeah.
And your next horse is kind of easier to get ready. So, I mean, he's a Magnum. So, and you're first in the drag both times.
Yeah.
Like, way to put a positive spin on it.
Yeah. I don't mind draw 1. Like you said, you know exactly when you're going. You got all the time in the world.
And I'm not sure, not in your case, but I'm not sure sometimes I haven't seen draw 1, like, okay, we got to mark draw 1, and then when they get to 4, 5, 6, 7, then they kind of settle in a little bit. But your run was, to me, not hard to mark because you just went plus, 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 plus. There was no brain, there wasn't a maneuver in there that was, I don't know if that's a 0. I didn't think. I don't know what it felt like to you, but
No, I felt like plus halves across the board.
Yeah.
I know they didn't get me there, but I guess I was a 20 and a half. But to be honest with you, I wasn't worried about any of the draw after the draw. I didn't think that I couldn't win it from draw 1. I didn't even care if I could win it. My 3 horses that I brought there, not one of them drove like they should have in the go round. I was so frustrated after the go round that I just clamped down a little extra harder, and I was just focusing on my job, on doing the best job, the right job, trying to figure out how am I going to do good. You know, I wasn't even worried about a score. I wasn't worried about a maneuver. I was worried about making those horses tune into me the whole time. So, and the 2 that I made the level 3 finals on for sure did. I mean, they were both hooked up with me the whole way. So it was fun.
Yeah.
That was the rewarding part. Is I was so frustrated after the go round that I, bared my teeth and just focused on what I needed to do. And
What happened
Got
in the
it
go
done.
round?
well, my bay horse he was a 17, and it took a 17 and a half to make the level 4 finals. And he turned good, but my first way I had a turn penalty. My right set of circles, he was up and lean into the gate a little bit, and he can run and stop and roll back as good as any horse I've had, and he stopped good. He just forgot how to roll back, and it might have been my fault because I was getting him ready for the Congress, and you worry about the noise and the ground being difficult. So I was really focusing on just making him hear the word whoa, but we didn't roll back. So really in the go round, I thought he only did 2 maneuvers like he's capable of. And I was so mad. I was just mad because I expect more out of that horse than what I got. And then
you've been high on that horse all year.
yeah.
I went to John McCarroll's, and he was telling me, he's like, that bay horse of Gunny's, he said he's like one of the best he's ever had.
Yeah, I still think that. Like he's sweet-minded, he's talented, and
He won't sell them to me or give them to me. So
no, I was gonna after the go round.
yeah. We
Cade walked by my tack room, and I told him, "You have whatever you want out of there for $100."
Yeah, he was definitely grumpy after the go round. We all had an Airbnb together, and we had 4 floors on the Airbnb. So there's a basement, and then the second floor, then the kitchen, all that stuff on the 3rd floor, and then we were on the top floor. Well, Gunny's down in the basement, He looked like a what do you call those guys? Ogre? No,
Yeah.
maybe.
Ogre like Shrek.
Yeah.
Under the bridge.
Yeah, but all hunched over. Like he come walking up the stairs. He was grumpy. Grab something out of the kitchen, go back downstairs to the basement.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
Well, and then, like, I made the level 4 finals on one, but he was late changing leads both ways and in the go round, and I don't know. I just didn't like what I felt, and I marked 18 on him, and then my red horse was a 15, and he was a prick. I mean, I steered to the right, and he said, "Don't you jerk on me."
Yeah, I saw that.
And so I smoothed that out, in between the go round the finals. And then, I don't know. It was frustrating. Like the first day we're there, I knew I was ready to show, and they weren't ready. And then it was rewarding to have them go in that pen with the stands full of people and the music cranked up and have them things show where I wanted them to.
Yeah.
So it was definitely rewarding.
They all look really good in the finals.
Yeah,
I mean,
thanks.
you definitely made strides. And going there, it always used to be we'd unload them for off the trailer, and you'd have to ride them that night, the next day, and then you showed the next day. This year there was like plenty of time to get them ready. It wasn't hard to get them ready. The ground was great from day one. I mean, the first day we run and stopped in there, the ground was great, and it stayed pretty much that way the whole horse show. I thought you stayed and showed at the Derby. I came home. Was the ground good in the Derby?
Yeah, I thought the ground was good all week, and I thought the schedule was very helpful for us to be able to get our horses ready there, because I know it's hard to get ready there. It's been a long time since I've been there, but it was 1 or 2 days, and then you got a show off of a trailer for 17 hours. And I told my help, Yali, that went with me, I said, these horses have to be ready to show when we put them on the trailer. I said, you're not going to have time to get them ready. So we planned for the worst, and it was actually pretty easy to get ready there. I mean, the schedule and I don't know. It was just I thought the ground was good. I thought the judging was good. I mean, not too many horse shows that we go to do people not,
Bitch about the judging.
bitch about the judging, for lack of a better term. And
Yeah.
I didn't hear anybody talking about the
No.
judging, which is a good sign,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Yeah.
No, I didn't either. And I feel like, so I went to the Congress a long time ago, and then we skipped probably 10 years maybe. We skipped going to the Congress, and then we've started going back 4 or 5 years ago when the money got better. And I feel like the Congress right now is they're a bit of crossroads. They're a bit of button heads right now with the old guard and the new guard. You got the old guard Congress guys that have been there forever, that
Keeping the rules the same. And
keeping the
schedule
rules the same, and the feel to me is talking to them. For example, so originally they were going to drag on 8-head. Well, 8-head that pen's too small to drag on 8-head, and somebody that runs a horse show with the NRBC, I don't think it should ever, as much time and money and emotions and commitment as owners and trainers have in the industry right now, I don't think the ground should ever come into play.
Yeah.
Ever. Like being at the end of the drag. Now, the luck of the draw can make a difference if you're the first day versus the third day. We all know that can play into it.
Right.
But it should never play into it, in my opinion. If you're there, you should never turn that corner and have no place to run and stop.
Yeah, have no ground.
And they weren't so busy that they couldn't fix that. And so, for some odd reason, I'm the guy that a lot of the other trainers go to and say, hey, can you
Tell 'em.
make a phone call? So I made a phone call, and I was told, in no uncertain terms, no, we decided we're dragging on 8.
They were dragging on 7, I think.
Or 7, yeah. They were dragging on 7. And I told them, I said, well, who made that decision? And they said, well, we just made that decision. That's just how it is. We talked about it and we made it. Okay. I said, just so you know, like at the big events, NRBC, Derby, those are much bigger arenas. We drag on 6. As he says, well, this isn't the NRBC or the Derby, this is the Congress. And that's that old school mentality that is so frustrating about the Congress. There's so many things that frustrate the shit out of you about the Congress. But then you have the new guys that are coming in and putting in a lot of money. And they did actually, there's somebody, I didn't meet him personally, but somebody named Justin there.
Justin Billings, Ohio Quarter Horse Association.
Okay, so he came in and was very receptive to what the Rainers needed and got it changed to Dragon on 6. And was,
I think he listened to a lot of the guys from Ohio, like Brandon Brandt and I don't know who else is involved in that horse show, but they have a good group that advises him, and they were pretty receptive to it, huh?
Yeah. And I feel so, and then of course the Friends of the Congress, the Friends of Reining, who put up all the money. Yeah. And I know it's a little bit frustrating for me because I've been told that the Ohio Quarter Horse Association, or I don't know the group specifically but they have millions in the bank. But the Friends of Reining are having to put up the money to rejuvenate that show. Yeah. And they're happy to do it. I mean, I'm appreciative. We're all appreciative of them, but it's frustrating for me with the old school, and I think that's got to change. It's frustrating for me as somebody that puts on a major horse show. Like, you guys know, if somebody comes to the NRBC, all of us there are like, what can we do? We feel lucky to have the competitors there. Everybody that comes. You come from Wisconsin, you come from Ohio, you come from New Jersey, you come from California. Like, I lose sleep at night if things aren't organized and show management. All of show management of the NRBC is like that. What frustrates me and I think it's not just us. I don't think it's just the Rainers, but some of that old guard at the Congress, they act like you are lucky that they're putting on that horse show.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's a little bit frustrating. And they almost, in fact, we didn't go for 10 years because they ran it down to almost nothing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's a good time for me to say thank you to the Friends of Reining and the All-Star Reining Stakes and everybody involved with all that, because I won over $50,000 on 3-year-olds there, and a majority of the money that I won came from the 2 horses that I just made the level 3 finals on. Like, the one I made the level 4 finals on ended up winning the least amount of money, partially because I drove him like I was in the open finals, not just showing him what he is, but that's pretty cool that my 2 3-year-olds that I just make the level 3 finals on, I think I won $49,000 on those 2 3-year-olds. Yeah. I mean, that's incredible for a pre-futurity.
Yeah. No, it is really good, and I'm optimistic going forward because I think the controlling force right at the moment in that whole situation is the Friends of Reining now have some credibility and some stroke, and they're starting to listen. Management, Justin specifically, is open to what the Rainers need and what they want, and he wants to grow it, and I feel like it is now on a trajectory in the right direction.
I think those guys had a big influence on the ground too.
Yes.
Yeah, because isn't the ground kind of funny? Usually you guys take a few days to get used to it.
It's usually inconsistent. It's usually very deep and very fast. Well, it seemed like it was the perfect amount of depth for the type of ground they had, which made it a little bit easier, but it was also consistent in my opinion.
Yeah.
So I think that's the big thing is when that ground gets inconsistent, that people get to complaining. But I didn't hear anybody complaining about the ground.
No, me neither. From day one, the ground was.
I mean, to go to a horse show, to go to a reining horse show where they give that much money away and not have anybody bitching about judges or ground. Got to be a pretty good horse show.
Yeah.
I mean,
and for anybody that didn't go there, anybody from, Arizona or any that didn't go there, it wasn't really that good. I mean, you shouldn't probably go next year. I mean, it's, I don't know where it's going.
Yeah.
But, for us, for sure it's going to be a staple of our program. And, of course,
It was
Cade,
seven.
Cade did great.
Yeah,
Cade
he
was
won.
the winner. Cade won almost 150,000 in the Futurity. He won 100 on one horse and maybe 40 on the other horse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, was
No,
super.
His horse is good. His
Yeah.
horse is really good.
Yeah.
I thought the buckskin looked pretty legit.
His horse looked incredible, turning and stopping. I don't think he was as good as he could have been circling, but Cade also circled him smart. And he told me when he got done, he said, I left the door open. And I thought to myself, does he even know how good that thing turned and stopped and rolled back? Because, those maneuvers were huge.
Dude, he hit a lick turning.
Yeah, his left turn was a 1.5.
That's what I thought. I thought it was 1.5 and then one the other way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I thought he looked like he got circled better in the go around, right?
Well,
Just
I
a
don't
little
think
bit.
no, not to me. I mean, I think he was a little bit soft both times because he's more worried about the next horse show.
Yeah.
I think he feels like he has a really good horse,
Yeah.
and just didn't want. I think he's been around it long enough for a 24-year-old. He's pretty mature about figuring that stuff and using his horses.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't look like that horse. You gotta go super fast circling.
He doesn't.
He moves so good.
Yeah, he doesn't.
And he just stays right there.
He's going to steal the half,
Yeah,
even at
easy.
because he lopes so good going slow.
Yeah.
So, and that ownership group, I was happy for all of them. Richard Vernon and Frank Costantini and Rick Clark and Tim Anderson owned
Yeah,
that.
they must have been pumped.
So, the streak lives. Tim and Rick were on the show
Oh, right.
before the Congress.
They were.
And their horse wins. The
And then
streak
you're
is
on
alive.
that- You're right here now,
Well,
and then
That doesn't count, but
Yeah,
for
but I might
Ardmore.
I might
Are you
skip.
showing at Ardmore or no?
I might skip Ardmore.
Yeah. Save it up for 30.
and then and Mandy won the non-pro Futurity.
Yeah, that's pretty. Now, okay, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Well, I heard that the night before, Cade was just giving her all kinds of hell, saying that didn't look good enough, that you needed to start riding it, and then she goes in there and wins the next day. But like, her crew was just totally hating on her. What happened there?
I don't know that
Were
the crew.
they hating on her or were they just Mandying her? There's a McCutcheon and then there's the Dream Crusher.
Yeah.
Were they just
Well, it sounded like
giving
they
it back
were-
to her?
Yeah, like a reverse dream crusher
Yeah.
type of thing.
Yeah.
And then she just must have got mad and
they played the Uno reverse card?
yeah, she just flipped the finger on everybody the next day, right?
Yeah, well, and I think the program is the right program because Cade was first and third, and Mandy won the non-pro and was maybe fifth or sixth on her other horse. I don't know. And there was 3 slots in the level 4 finals that didn't pay any money. The last 3, and I got 2 of them.
Really?
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. No, I slid them both right into that bottom 3. Well, I didn't
Sweet.
show one of them because he was.
Oh, right. That's right. You had to scratch that one.
He didn't feel 100%. He was not so bad I couldn't show him, but I think he's so much more horse than that. And obviously Congress pays great and we all want to do good, but our eye is always on the Futurity. So I didn't show that one. And then I showed the other one like a moron.
Yeah. Well, it was
So-
just bad luck.
It wasn't bad
Just
luck.
kinda
It wasn't
lean-
bad luck. It wasn't bad luck. That mare's never stepped out of lead, slowing down either direction in her whole life.
He said he put her in a bad
I
spot.
put her in a
Yeah.
bad spot.
Yeah, you said she kind of took off a little bit in 3/4, thought you were going to push her through.
She started to slow down just about 3 steps early, and instead of just going with it, my first 2 maneuvers were good. That one was being good. I just moroned up.
Well, I'm thankful for it because I'm pretty sure you probably could have stole that level 3 prize money.
And
with me.
that's, I mean, I don't know. That's something I don't usually beat myself.
Yeah.
I don't maybe sometimes do enough to be the winner of the level 4, but I usually don't beat myself, and I beat myself bad, and then I was pissed off the rest. Like I was so mad at myself, I didn't even say how bad I am at this anymore. I just sold up and didn't say anything. Caught a plane the next day.
And then
Came
we're home.
home.
Yeah, you were home fast.
Yeah, yeah. Like I didn't, but I mean that was the plan. I didn't leave mad. I mean, my ticket was I already had that ticket, but
You did leave mad.
I did leave mad. Yes, I did leave mad. But I was mad at myself. You know, usually when you do bad, Gunny knows. You guys both know. I'll go for the sympathy. I suck, and then I kind of get the no, you're not that bad. It's just one of those things. I didn't even go for that. I was just like, I suck too bad. I'm not even gonna believe them if I say I don't suck.
Yeah.
It was so bad, I was even being like real nice to him.
Oh yeah, she was.
Oh.
Yeah, she was very nice to me afterwards, and I was just like, that makes it worse.
Yeah, yeah. But didn't you say the night before you were trying to, she was thinking of slowing down or something? You had to roll her through the middle a couple of times?
No, right before I showed.
Oh, right. For
I
someone got in your way.
Yeah, I loped 2 large fast circles, and I was going to slow down, and somebody got in my way right there. So then I just kicked her through and went another one and slowed down. Shouldn't really, probably didn't have one thing to do with it, but whatever. It
Well,
is.
who got in your way, though?
Yeah, we don't need to go there.
Was it Patrick Schwartz?
No.
Oh, no.
I
Poor
invited
Patrick.
Patrick Schwartz to
Pat.
be a guest on the show.
Oh, no.
And he said he would happily oblige because he wants to correct some of my stories
Oh,
about him.
right,
He wants to
right.
correct some of our stories about him.
Yeah, gotcha.
I don't even remember telling any stories about him.
Maybe we did. Yeah, maybe that's what he wants
That
to
might have been in
correct.
private.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
anyway, yeah,
No,
no.
dude, showing reining horses is so frustrating.
Oh,
I mean,
dude.
because even after success, you know, I feel like I had a great finals. Both those horses felt really good. I'm not. It's almost like a minute of relief. Now I'm worried about the next one.
Yeah.
A minute. It's a
Yeah.
minute of
Yeah.
relief.
It's a
You're like,
minute of
yay. Oh, crap.
Yeah, what am I going to do? That thing changed leads for me going back to the gate. I got to fix that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and I've always said for a trainer to go, your normal is here, and you win, and you're relieved, and it maybe bumps it from here to here.
Yeah.
But then when you don't do good, it just falls
Crashes.
through the floor. You know, I mean, you want to just quit raining.
Yeah. No, but I saw it like when you showed in the go round, the way you were walking out. And they scored you were like 18 or something.
I was
18.
mad.
Yeah, you didn't look happy.
I was
you were
mad.
almost like, they gifted me that. I didn't
I
deserve
told the
it.
person at the gate that was a gift.
Yeah.
I don't know what they watched me do, but I'm gonna take it. And yeah, I was
you
mad.
did- you
I
didn't
knew.
look happy.
Yeah, I was not happy.
Yeah,
It's
that
but
sucks.
you know when you're out there driving, you know, and I didn't know what they were gonna score my bay horse after the finals, but I knew I was happy with it. I didn't care what they scored him. I was pleased with it, and that's all that mattered to me, you know. And now.
So now what made you change into that frame of mind of just focusing, like you said, you weren't worried about the score, weren't winning, weren't worried about the draw. When did that change from the go around to getting ready? What made you change into that mind frame?
It was before the horse show. It was before it even started. I was ultra focused on how them things felt, and I just knew I was ready before the go round. I knew I was ready, and I wasn't. It was so frustrating. But I must say, also, in between the go round and the finals, we ordered some PF Chang's on Uber Eats. And my fortune cookie said, "Victory is just around the corner."
It did.
Nice.
It sure shit did.
Really?
So I spent a few days turning a lot of corners. You know, and there's one-way streets there, so you take a lot of corners. I took them all into consideration.
Yeah.
The next corner was the right one.
Yeah, you did. And I was pissed because I opened mine and it said, "You suck."
It just said nothing.
Yeah, and I was I drew a
just
blank. I drew a blank. And that's
Cody Bell drew a blank on a fortune cookie one time. You should ask him about it.
Nothing under the sheets.
You should ask him about it. He said to his dad, "This fortune cookie's going to tell me about my love life," and he cracks it open. There was nothing on the piece of paper.
Nothing under the sheets.
it was fun though. It was a good show. It was a good show all the way around. And like I said, the Congress is doing a lot of good stuff. I mean, they're trying to overcome some of where they were, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years ago. They paid out at the horse show which is great.
I
mean,
feel more ready going to the Futurity after that horse show because I think that's a tough place still to get a horse ready.
No
you know?
doubt.
Yeah.
There's a big screen and 2 big speakers right behind you in the middle of the pen, and it's an intimidating arena because it's all white and it's all lit up.
Yeah.
You
No,
know,
the music was loud too, right?
it's intimidating for a horse to walk in there. Yeah, and
Yeah, you find out if you have a show horse there, and there was a lot of very good horses there that had bobbles.
yeah,
You know, it's a tough place to get through it.
yeah. I'm excited for the Futurity. I'm very excited to show them guys again. So
Good.
Yeah, very cool. No, it's good seeing you. All you guys do good, but
man,
for you to win 50 grand, that's pretty cool.
yeah, it helped. It helped.
And now, off to Southwest Futurity.
Ardmore.
You showing anything there?
I'm gonna show a little white filly that I showed at the first 100X in Fort Worth.
And then just school your other ones, get them ready.
Yeah, they're getting the week off. They're gonna get as much time off as they can have until schooling day, or until the schooling classes at Ardmore, because we got the Futurity the first day.
Yeah,
And then I'm not sure.
first week.
I'm not sure when the ancillary pen classes start, but
I love that schedule.
Yeah.
I love the Southwest. You know, you used to be that show was a marathon like all the rest of them that are that size.
yeah,
And now having the Futurity the first week,
yeah.
it's so great because there's so easy to get them ready.
There's just Futurity horses there, so it's
Yeah.
easy to get ready. The one complaint that I would say that I've heard, if any Southwest people are listening, is usually people are worried about the ground there because they have a cutting or a barrel race in the week before. And the ground usually doesn't get good until
Later in the week.
later in the week. So, I've never had a problem with the ground at Ardmore. I mean,
It was good last year.
it's always been pretty good, but that's the one complaint that I've heard about the schedule. But to me, being able to get your horses ready in a not 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning kind of fashion is
So nice.
it is so nice. I mean,
Well, and then you got the rest of the week to school them and fix everything.
Yeah.
And they got paid warm-ups at the end of the week.
Yeah, we used to go. So we used to show them on Saturday night, go home, and then 3 weeks later,
Come
we'd
back.
rent the facilities. Well, I'm not convinced. In fact, for me, I think it's better only for your head to walk in that pen 3 weeks later and just see how they steer around and stuff. But I'm not convinced that the horses buy into that program when we drive up there, saddle them tied to the trailer, walk in there. There's not another horse on the showgrounds other than the other 5 or 6 that you bring. I just don't know that they buy into it the same as they do walking into a novice horse class. The next week under horse show, the announcers, the judges, the
lights
everything.
on all the
lights
time.
on all the time.
I
know.
think I think it helps the horse, but I think so much of what we do is about having confidence to get it done. You know, so
And how you prepare yourself.
and how you prepare the horse yourself so you feel good about it. I think that has more to play in it than actually having the horse ready. Because I think I could, if I feel like I can do it, even if that thing's trying to drag me out the gate, I can keep him in the gate. You know? So
But the year when we go up with Dwayne and we'd play the finals over the radio, over the stereo system,
Yeah.
that would trick those horses.
Yeah, and he'd put the dummies, the stuffed dummies in there, and
Well,
go-
Dwayne doesn't have any at-home friends, so he had to sew himself up some
Yeah,
friends.
yeah.
To make some friends.
Dwayne Latimer, by the way. Yeah, no, those weren't even. He didn't do that for schooling. Those are the guys he has dinner with every night,
Those are his poker buddies.
and he still loses.
He's still
That's bad.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
what,
funny.
Dwayne? What happened? Old Stuffy beat me last night.
Stuffy.
yeah.
Yeah. But no, that schedule I think is going to be
Yeah.
pretty legit.
The
more
schedule
relaxed.
is great, and man, it'd be nice if coming off of the schedule at Tulsa, which was brutal. I mean, that whole
was
show
tough.
is There is so many people riding in so many arenas all the time. It's tough.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, to schedule it where the ancillary classes are after the Futurity, where high dollar horses and high dollar entry fees can just be there and focus on themselves, I actually think it should be how most horse shows try to schedule their stuff, because it's so difficult to get ready. It just it almost makes you not care anymore by the end. Well, fine, the hell with it. I'm done.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
go,
you're so
just
beat.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're
Your
not
beat,
at your
wore
best.
out,
Yeah.
burned out. Yeah. No, for sure.
Yeah, 100%. And you know that Tulsa, the 100X was just so big this year. I mean, it was just
Did I see a
There's not-
Facebook post or something that they didn't pay the last deal or something?
Yeah.
I think they haven't paid yet, and it's they're about. I think that 30
They're
days
over
is the
the-
NRHA rule. And,
Well,
I
it's
think
got to
they're-
be official. Somebody's on Facebook complaining about
Yeah,
it.
that's
I
what
mean,
that's what I said. I didn't know anything about that.
Yeah,
But I mean, they had 1,700 stalls. They had a world record breaking show. I mean,
yeah. Well, you still got to pay on time, and I think they'll get that figured out. But I just you know, it was 100% retainage, so the math shouldn't have been super difficult. But I think because they haven't used any of the normal show secretaries. I think they're trying to develop their own team. I think we're just going to go through some of that stuff until, not an excuse.
Yeah.
It says 30 days.
Yeah.
Got to pay out in 30 days. And I think they feel bad about it. I think they also posted on that
they
Facebook
did.
post
Yeah, they
Oh, they
did.
did.
and apologized about it. And I think you can go one time, you can go, yeah. And the thing is, I get what people are saying. 100% I get, because we paid, so we went from Waco and we paid to go there, and then you had to pay to go to Tulsa. And at the same time you're paying to go to Tulsa, you're sending your checks to the Congress to pay to go there. You have so much money out.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's so helpful. That's what was really great. Like for the NRBC, paying out at the horse show, for the Congress, paying out the Congress part of it. You know, the Congress was
Congress
together
paid out
with
at the horse show, and the All Star
American.
also posted today that they're mailing checks out today.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's awesome.
Yeah. It's such a big help to everybody. That is, it's not like everybody's just got all the money in the world to just have out at horse shows. I mean, it takes. There's a lot of people that have to have that money come back to go to the next horse show.
I know, I do.
And a lot of people do. I mean, you're not the only one.
Yeah.
And like I say, I mean, I'm going to take them. I'm going to take them for their word. And there's nobody that sat up here and said more good things about the 100X and that crew and what they're doing for the industry than we have.
Yeah.
But you got to get it. You got to pay out faster. I mean, that's just part of it, and they know that. They know it, and I think they're
Well, at
they're
the
gonna
same
fix it.
point in time, we see the Facebook post that they didn't pay out. Have they paid out yet? They also made a Facebook post that they donated over $10,000 to the Reining Horse Sports Foundation. So
Right.
maybe they added a little extra apology to it financially. They said, "Hey, we're sorry." It didn't say that in the letter. It just said they're donating the money. But
Yeah, which is great, but it's not gonna. Nobody's gonna care that is waiting on 5,000,
money.
10,000, 50,000. I mean, there's everybody with different numbers, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's
7.
that's nothing. No, wait a minute. I did win $10,000.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't get the last 3 holes there
Nope.
locked up.
Nope. I managed to stay out of her way there. I let her take the lead there. No, so yeah, no, and I mean, you know what? All of us appreciate that horse show and what they're doing. Yeah, there's some stuff they got to work through, but yeah, at the end of the day, if they can get some of that stuff worked out, and I think it's just about people being so far out on all the other stuff. It costs a lot of money to go down the road nowadays. I mean, it's just
Well, and you guys are gone every other weekend.
Yeah.
It seems like, or
Yeah.
every weekend.
yeah. You miss us?
A little bit. Yeah, a little bit.
you-
Because I haven't been going. So
How
yeah,
was
you guys are
how
gone.
was cleaning his fridge out while he was gone? Was it good?
I didn't think we came over. I think I got the leftovers before you guys left.
Have you
So-
come over? Have you ever come over to our house when we're not here?
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Or I'll be driving.
What
by.
is it you say you do here, Joe?
Or I'll be driving by, like, won't have a drink or something, and don't want to stop at the pit stop. I'm like, I'll go check to make sure.
Make sure the pool's still running.
Yeah. And I will go in the cabinet looking for peanut butter M&Ms. Yeah, when they're usually there.
So the other,
I check.
Mandy's peanut butter M&Ms, to be clear.
Yes,
not mine.
Yeah, no, not yours. And I checked for the chocolate chip ice cream too. So
dude, the other
I
thing,
have noticed that is what happened. I told Mandy, because I had chocolate chip ice cream, and I came home from a horse show, and we're tired, and it's late, and I'm going to have some chocolate, and it was gone.
no, I did take it once.
It was you.
Yeah. No,
Have you ever used the pool?
Oh yeah. Use the pool. Yeah. No, for sure.
right.
It's weirder though when you guys aren't here. I mean, it's not like we're cashed out on the couch and feeling real good. Like it's awkward.
I think
It
you've
is
done
awkward.
that
It
once
is?
too, actually.
Oh yeah.
maybe
No.
you should call me next time. I can make you
No,
feel
like
more comfortable.
we've
and
come
talk
over
stuff.
and there you guys are like,
yeah,
come
you
on,
don't
hang
care.
out.
Come on, let's go.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
You need a cocktail? I got you fixed up.
Yeah, little weird.
You come over and steal our ranch fuel.
Yeah, no, it's a little weird when you guys aren't here.
The one thing that was also fun for me at the Congress was getting all the hellos from the tens of viewers that we have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No doubt.
I mean, I even had a lady, I'm sorry, I can't remember your name. She watched me school my 3-year-old in the novice horse class the first day, and she related what I was doing to our conversation with Jason. And she gave me a bunch of compliments and gave us compliments for our show. And I had so many people say how they learned so much from us. And it's funny how it's evolved into that when it started as just a deal to do because we were bored during COVID.
Right?
Hey,
So we
let's
named
do-
it.
let's
We
do
named
something.
it the show.
Yeah.
That's what we came up with. The show.
It's pretty great.
I mean,
Do you
when
think
at
we
first
should-
we're just like, let's just name it the show, and we'll come up with something later.
Do you
And
think we
just-
should change the name? And let
No,
him-
hell no.
Oh,
It's
okay.
great. It's like so simple. But I always think it's so funny that it's
Yeah.
just the show.
Yeah, that's what we didn't put a lot of effort into it.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
I put a lot of effort into the slogan, baby.
I have a question
Grow the
for
show,
our guest.
baby.
Yeah. Okay.
So I have a question for our guest.
You ready?
So after being on the show with Jason, after Jason being here and us having the discussion about, you got to slow your hands down and stuff and get a little after the go around.
I slowed my hands down after the go
Yeah,
round.
you should have done it before the go around.
Well, I did it before the go round. It was just the 2 weeks in front of that was the problem.
You didn't quite erase the quick hands before that.
No, dude. Yeah, but the one, I mean, the gelding wasn't too bad. He was a little bit, but the stud, that stud's a prick. I mean, he deserved half of it. And he got me back.
Yeah.
You know what? He got me back, and I apologized to him in time to win a big check in the finals.
Yeah, your horses looked good in the finals. I mean, they did a lot. And you did a lot. And you know what? That's not, to me, that is what a lot of people can't do, is improve at the horse show. Yeah. Most people go down at a horse show. They lose livestock at a horse show. So to me,
I was
that's
pretty focused. That's why you never saw me. I was down in my cave and out of the house at 3:00 in the morning.
Yeah, you were extremely focused. I was surprised how early you got out.
Yeah, it's not like me, is it?
No, I was pretty surprised actually, but it worked. So now I guess that's going to be your schedule going forward, huh?
So did you get help from Jason? Did you do anything Jason said?
Yeah, at the horse show, yeah. I got help from a lot of people actually. I after the go round, Robin Schiller talked me off the edge of a chair with the noose hanging around my neck. And then, I know that might be a little much. Okay, I didn't have a noose, but Robin
on suicide watch,
he was stalled across from us, so he walked by and I mean, he spent 45 minutes talking to me. I had Casey Deary help me immediately after my run on my bay horse. I said, dude, he just leaned to the right. I said, what do you do steering your horses? Because I've been steering him. And he said, in a nutshell, when he leans, I just keep him going forward and steer at the same time till he's so uncomfortable that he's losing his feet. And when he picks himself up and starts loping good, let him out of it. So did a bunch of that. Rocky Dare, Trevor Dare, Cade McCutcheon talked me off the ledge a bunch. Cade helped me a lot.
I didn't say anything to him.
No. You
I
were.
told him dinner was ready a couple times. But that's helpful also, right?
Mandy helped me a bunch. I'm trying to think if I even asked you for help.
No.
What's wrong with me?
Yeah.
I didn't even ask you.
But you normally don't ask him, right?
Dude, I can't because I
Because he'll just
like
just
tee,
go
it's
in
like
there,
teeing
stupid.
it's like teeing up somebody to kick you right in the nuts.
Yeah. Just
That's
don't
not
do that
true.
again.
I only do that to you when you do good.
No,
when you're bad,
yeah, he actually was very supportive too.
I
So
didn't help him. I told him he went right before he showed him the finals. He looked at me and his hand was shaking. I go,
I wasn't-
what?
I wasn't looking at you. I was looking at my hand, and it was shaking. They just got through playing the Chris Stapleton national anthem. I was trying to choke back tears from that because that's pretty. I mean, that's a great song. After giving a tribute to all the people related with Ohio that died this year,
Yeah.
I mean, that was.
I love
golly, why are you doing this to me right now? Is what I thought.
I
And-
love it more than anything at every horse show. When they pay before the finals, when they play the national anthem, everybody pulls up and stops.
Yeah.
And you know, everybody's nervous. Everybody wants to be getting their horse ready. Everybody wants to be focused. Everybody wants to keep doing their thing. But when that national anthem plays,
Yeah.
everybody stops. And there's nothing. You guys know me to not be super emotional guy. But it gets me every time that when that national anthem plays and I see everybody respecting the national anthem, it gets me every time.
Yeah. No, I get goosebumps every
Yeah.
time I hear the.
Yeah, I
national
don't
anthem.
cry. I just
No.
let's not
we
get
don't-
silly.
I choked up, but I was also.
What are you talking
I
about?
just feel a little in the
I
back
said
of my neck.
goosebumps.
Yeah,
You
that's
said
what-
cry.
Yeah,
I
that's
said
what-
goosebumps,
Yeah,
dude.
well, you're a crier though.
Just every now and again.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know, dogs and stuff like
But
that.
you saw my hand shaking because I was nervous. I wasn't nervous for the moment. I could care less that I'm in the finals at the Congress.
couldn't care less.
I
If you
couldn't
say
care
could
less.
layer,
Well,
care
whatever.
less, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Whatever.
That's right.
Being in that moment doesn't bother me. It's not the moment that bothers me. It's the expectations that I put on the animal that I was sitting on. I think he's as nice of a horse as I've had. And whenever you put 2 years of your time into it, thinking all that, and they go shit on you, it's kind of heartbreaking. But when they step up and get better and prove to you that you're not super dumb, it kind of feels good.
Yeah.
So that's why also I could have cared less what the score was because I have expectations of how that animal's supposed to feel. And for the most part, he felt that way.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, he did feel that way. I mean, I don't know how he felt, but he did look that way.
Yeah. No, he looked good. But like you said, having people, it seems like everywhere we go, we have people that have watched the show that say, like when I was judging in Jacksonville a couple weeks ago, and a lady came up and said, "Oh, our family every Friday we stop and watch a show," and
Yeah, no.
seems like everybody's liking it, and we totally enjoy that you guys are liking it. So.
Well, that's what I told. I had 10 people walk up to me, and I tell them that's really, honestly, that's why we do it.
Yeah.
Because what started off as boredom then turned into a bit of a like, okay, we got to do it, right? A bit of it. We all enjoy doing it, but now it's a bit of a responsibility. We feel.
Yeah.
Because we've got this momentum and we've got these expectations and we've got sponsors and we don't do it for the money because I'm the only one that makes any money. And
Yeah, but the money you make just pays to produce
Yeah,
the show.
not
Right,
even.
It makes
And the-
no money.
not
and the
even.
food.
Still
Yeah.
loses
The
money.
fajitas.
we've had a sponsor for 5 episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah. The first 72 were a bit of a loss.
Man, if you do
Bit
the
of a
math, and if you
loss.
do the math, it's kind of expensive.
Oh, dude, heck
Yeah.
yeah. Heck yeah, it is.
But it's
No,
fun, and that's
yes.
what I do it for. What we do it for
Yeah.
is to have somebody walk up and say, "Hey, love the show." I mean, and we noticed viewership. We saw because we track all of that. Well, Charlie tracks all of that stuff, and across our platforms, YouTube, Apple, and Spotify, there's a bump. You can see the bump in the day that everybody's driving to the Congress.
Yeah.
And that's fun. You know, that's
Yeah.
fun because everybody they're watching it and you see everybody. The young trainers, the old trainers, the non-pros, the everybody,
Everybody.
watches it a little bit.
I mean, we kind of had a little lull where we got busy, where we weren't shooting shows last year at some point in time, or the year before. I can't remember. And I remember coming home from the Futurity and saying, Tom, we have to do this show. I have so many people come just say hello to me and say, hey, I love the show, or just say grow the show to me, or people I've never met before. I mean, people from different countries. They're Japanese people, Australian people. I mean, just walk up to you and say it. And I'm glad that we stuck through it and keep doing it, and we're trying to be more consistent at it. You know, I'm just home from the Congress yesterday. I just drove 17 hours. I mean, you're hungover from sitting in a truck for that long sober, and
the only person
the ranch fuel's helping.
the only one of us that's ever like said no is Joe. Really?
Yeah, he had a
Dog
cat
training.
training class.
It was cats.
It was cats.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's cats. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it was.
He had a cat training class.
Yeah.
He was
He was
trying
a
to.
large
I send
aggressive cat.
Joe Joe and I have a bad thing going.
Dude.
We have a bad thing going. On what is it on Facebook? Reels? Is that what it's
Reels.
called?
Maybe.
Yeah, Reels.
probably.
YouTube Shorts or
Oh,
Instagram
shit.
Reels.
We
Dude,
go.
it's death. It's just
Yeah.
different ways people dying. Like,
Oh, I can't watch that.
well, I don't. And I keep
can't watch
telling
that.
him, I'm like, clear the
Oh,
algorithm out.
That's what's in my algorithm right now, and now I know he hates it because he sends me
just
the
keeps
finger
coming.
and he says "fuck off" to me and stuff like that. So then I just keep.
He just keeps sending them.
And the more I send them, the more. And that is tough. I'll sit
Brutal.
last night. I'm sitting there in bed, and I do this all the time. I'm sitting there in bed. It's 12:30 at night, and I'm watching the next one, and I'm like, this is the last one I'm gonna watch. And it's over. I'm like, I wonder what the next one is. And I watch just this one, and then I find myself, I even fall asleep a couple times through it. And I'm still holding my phone.
Wake up and watch the next.
Dude, it's
So,
terrible.
like, I just fucked away. I could have been to bed at 11 o'clock. Now it's 12:30 or 1 o'clock. I'm exhausted. I have to get up in the morning. That Reels is fucking up my life.
Well,
I
and then
can't-
it goes into your brain while you're sleeping. It has to.
I can't watch
You know,
it.
all
death?
that death. Yeah.
Nah, I'm pretty good with that.
Well, it goes into mine when you
relax.
send it.
But it wasn't me.
He holds on to it.
I don't care. I don't know who died.
Dude, he sent one. It looked like a guy that got spun into a lathe, like he just turned into a rubber band. I mean,
Yeah.
it was just instant.
Yeah, his
instant
clothing got
bones
caught and
of
it just-
rubber.
Dude,
around.
I have a metal lathe in my shop, and it is the most dangerous machine you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah.
You don't wear long sleeves with it.
Yeah, you don't have long
wear
hair.
jewelry. You don't have long hair because it won't stop.
Yeah.
It'll just keep turning.
And you're all by yourself. These guys had somebody that could come and hit the button and save them.
Yeah, they were a little late though.
Well, they were a little late, and I don't, they
like a
weren't
farmer
right there.
getting wrapped around a
in a
PTO
beta or
shaft.
something.
Oh
yeah.
man.
Well, then he
Yeah.
sends me one. The car goes into the water, and there's a camera in the car. Guy's starting to, go down and sink. Can't get the door open.
Yeah,
Can't
you
break.
keep thinking he's going to get out,
Yeah, and this dude's panicking, and then the water, and then
and then he's,
That's it.
I don't know.
no
You know,
explanation. It's in some other country.
I
or
can't
something.
wait till the next horse show that we go to, and our tens of viewers say how much they didn't learn from this episode.
No, and
Well,
so,
learn not to get any
So he
reels
com-
from Tom.
So he complains about all the deaths. So then I send him I like golf.
I
send
told
him
him, I was like, something like golf tips or something.
So I send him a nice couple of videos of some nice young ladies practicing their golf swing.
Yeah, some tutorial. Or some,
yeah.
some golf cart shit.
It wasn't really
Yeah.
a tutorial.
Yeah. Well, I thought she was doing something like. With
Yeah,
her-
she was. She was swinging a golf club in a
Yeah.
very short skirt.
Yeah.
Now, what about Vanessa's post on Facebook?
Yeah, Vanessa. Yeah, that's crazy. The spelunker goes in the caves.
Oh yeah, Vanessa
Is it Stratman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
goes into
that's
caves?
nuts. Yeah, dude, like cave like this.
Oh no!
Yeah, there's no
Oh,
way.
yeah, you're
no.
crazy.
What
I'll
is
jump
there
out-
to
I'll
see
jump out of
down
a
there
plane.
that's so important that you couldn't just throw a camera down there with the light?
Yeah.
I mean, the heck with that.
Then, like, where you can't.
They wedge themselves in there.
there.
Did you ever see? There's on
Somebody's been
YouTube.
stuck
There's
in
a
one.
Yeah, there's a YouTube video of a guy that actually got stuck and
Yeah,
head
face
down.
down.
He died in there
He's
because
still there.
yeah.
Unless I bet they could get his bones out now, but
Maybe.
It's
They
one
probably
at a-
deflated
one
a
at
little
a
bit.
time.
Yeah. No, that I mean,
No, that
I
forget
couldn't.
that.
There's no freaking way. I can't hold the covers over my head for very long.
Now that's messed up.
Yeah, after I start freaking out a little
Yeah,
bit.
but it just gets hot.
You ever roll over in your back and just take the pillow and stick it over your head and just hold it there just to freak out a little bit?
No, not
Just
at
me?
all. Yeah, that's it.
I think that was me holding the pillow.
That was Mandy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or after Mandy like ripped
No.
one and then you put it over there to.
yeah. If I'm
Gotta
not,
help
no,
yourself.
I would never do that when Mandy's there because I'm afraid she'd jump on top of that pillow.
Yeah.
No, try that. I'm serious. Try that tonight. Lay on your back and take the pillow and just hold it over your head
And see how
if
long-
you don't start freaking out. Even though you know it's you holding it,
Yeah. You still freak out,
you
huh?
freak out a little bit.
Like showing a reining horse ain't that bad, huh?
Yeah,
Or
exactly.
do that before you show.
Yeah.
So then you're just
Then you're
so
like,
excited.
okay.
Oh, it's so much easier.
I've dumped my adrenaline already. I'm just like a dead horse. I'm just like an old broke horse now. I'm good.
Yeah, you guys are gonna try that tonight. I'm serious.
Yeah.
Try it.
Oh, now I have to.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna text
It
you
makes-
like, God dang, you're right, dude.
Yeah.
That's some
I might
scary
try it
shit.
while I'm driving home, just to see if driving adds that much more of an element of fear to it.
Do you have a pillow in your truck?
Yeah. Why do you-
we just got home from
Oh.
a 17
Oh,
hour
you can
drive.
try.
Yes,
You
there's
can
a
try.
pillow in the truck right now.
I can see Gunny trying that.
I don't know if I'd try it when I was driving. That sounds a little. That sounds silly.
But no, that's claustrophobic for sure.
Rested his head on the pillow while driving.
Yeah, that's not a great habit either. I have. I used to do that.
Dude,
I-
that
yeah.
drive was so far coming home. From
They
the
said that
Congress.
road. What'd you say in Indiana or where was it?
Oh,
It
in
was
Indiana,
horrible.
I tell you what, the people, the Indiana Department of Transportation, you guys need to go to Indianapolis, buy a dozen eggs, and drive to Columbus, Ohio, because you're gonna not have any eggs left, and you're gonna fix the damn road. It is awful.
Yeah.
Once you get into Ohio, why don't you enjoy the nice smooth pavement all the way to Columbus? But, geez.
Yeah.
Don't support your Indiana senators or congressmen that are in office right now. They're doing a shit job of taking care of the roads.
I heard that from more than one person.
Oh man, it knocked my teeth out.
yeah.
Really?
Well, no, but
Did you have eggs with you? Or
no? But I just thought that
if
I
you were
just-
gonna buy eggs.
if I was going to buy eggs, I wouldn't have any by the time I got to Columbus.
Yeah.
Neither are they. You watch. It's a nice experiment. You know, it's that variable. You know, there's a variable that will stay the
shit.
same. You know, a dozen eggs.
Yeah.
Drive it a few times.
Yeah. Well, and speaking of, well, this doesn't really have anything to do with that, but how about the hurricanes? That
Oh,
that
yeah,
video,
the
I
flooding.
sent Joe a video, and it was out of their living room window, and it showed a road and then the
There's a
stream
creek.
down below. Yeah. It's creek.
Creek. It was 30 foot away.
Oh, it was more than that, way more than that.
Yeah.
And by the time it showed a time lapse of a couple hours, it was right up to their living room window, and a house went
Down the creek.
down the
Yeah.
down
Some
the
of that
stream.
flooding was crazy. Crazy.
Yeah,
They
and
had
those
a bunch
guys
of
are.
tornadoes too, and
Yeah, we saw. So some people down in Wellington posted last night. Flipped the trailer over, just destroyed their everything around it. I mean, it's
everywhere. I went to O'Reilly's today to buy a battery. I went somewhere else to buy a fuse for the truck, and every time I went somewhere, they asked me to donate the spare change to hurricane relief victims. There's people raising money for them, I'm sure, huh?
yeah. Well, let's not get
They
into
need
that.
it.
What's ridiculous to me is how little we raise for them compared to how much we screw away everywhere else.
Yeah, we
you know?
send $250 billion or whatever to Ukraine, but we can't rebuild Florida.
Yeah.
And it got hammered. Like stuff's just gone. Towns are gone.
Yeah. And then they get through one, and now they
Got the hurricane.
got another one coming, and
That's scary. And they let Shannon and Mark stay at the Congress. They let them move into a different barn so they could stay there till it passes. Thought that was nice.
Yeah, and it sounded like their barn at home is okay.
Yeah, and they let people from Florida go to the Congress early, which they usually don't do. I mean,
Yeah.
rules are rules.
No, it's tough, man. It's tough right now, and I mean that's you guys all know how I feel like I'm always going to die by drowning.
Oh, right.
You guys know that of me. And
Oh, right.
So yeah.
So this brought up some fear. Huh?
well, not really fear, but it's just like I can't
I would
imagine
like
so
to
many
take a
people
moment to cut
died.
to the video where we were snorkeling and Joe was pulling Tom around on the raft. If we could find that
he
liquid
didn't know.
gold, if we could find that liquid gold for our tens of viewers, that would be awesome.
That he didn't
Yeah.
know I was dragging him around.
And
So
I don't
here's-
think he knew anybody was
here's-
videoing either.
Okay, so I'll tell the story. I'm in there, and I'm not good in the water. I don't love the water. You guys know that. So
And
I'm in
we're
there.
in Mexico, or where are we?
We are.
Was it Cancun? No.
I don't
Yeah.
know. Maybe.
Cancun. No, it was Cancun, and
Yeah.
there was a little shipwreck.
Yeah. So we
Little
go out
shipwreck.
there, and we're like one of the groups of little idiots that go out there and spend their money to go around a shipwreck, and you discover the shipwreck that 8 million other people have already swum around.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm in there and I'm working my ass off.
Well, first
And I'm-
you're tied. You're holding the donut, which is tied to the boat.
Yeah.
So you're kind of far away from the shipwreck.
Go on.
Yeah. So then I undo the donut and I start swimming on my back and pulling Tom around the shipwreck.
Was he telling you where to go at all? Like,
I didn't know.
He didn't know that.
I
he
thought I
he was
figured it out.
swimming. He thought he was just going
Yeah.
because he
Oh my
couldn't see
God.
me.
I
He
I
had his
thought-
head down, and I'm just going and dragging him around. And then finally he looks up and is like, "What? Was that you, boy? I thought I was going so fast."
I thought because I consciously made an effort to move my feet different, and then all of a sudden I took off. That worked.
Yeah.
And then I look up, I pull my head out of the water, and Joe drugged me all the way around that somebody.
Yeah.
and we have it on video somewhere.
Yeah, I don't know if we do it or not, but that was the
Oh,
same.
we have it on video somewhere.
What? But that was when you jumped in the water, and the guys were like, "Is he okay?" We're like, "Yeah, that's how he swims. He's fine."
Yeah. Well, I wasn't even thinking. I thought I was thinking scuba because I see the when you
Oh,
watch
right,
it,
where you
they
jump
just
off the back.
go off the back, and I had my snorkel stuff on, just jumped in, and I went about 8 feet below the surface, filled my snorkel up, and there is nothing that grabs your attention like a little bit of salt water in your swallow and in
salt
your
water.
nose and. I thought I was going to drown at that moment. When they're asking you guys if I'm all right, and you guys say, yeah, he's good. I wasn't okay.
That's just
I was fighting for my life at that point.
that's just what he does.
Well, and then I think the life jacket they gave you was like for a 10-year-old.
Yeah, it was. It kept just the top of my head out of the water. It's like,
Oh, so bad.
Jesus.
Yeah, no, that was
I'm like, what kind of an operation is this? I mean, for
that was pretty funny.
$12 a head, you think you'd get a better life
Yeah,
jacket.
yeah.
The shipwreck wasn't really worth seeing either. So if you go to Cancun,
Yeah,
You
it was
don't need-
okay. It was okay, but not like other places
don't
we've
go to
been.
the shipwreck.
Yeah,
It
mate.
wasn't Turks.
All I will say is
Yeah.
just make sure your life jacket fits, because that can make the whole thing miserable.
Oh yeah, no. If your life jacket's no good, or you got a leaky mask,
Yeah.
and then you have panic in the water.
Now I got my own mask. I got
Yeah.
that whole thing.
full
That's
face
nice.
mask.
I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it serious this year.
No,
All right.
That was a good show.
Well,
Yeah.
Gunny,
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Well,
Yeah.
thanks
Good
for
having you. Nice showing up.
Yeah, congratulations again.
It's nice to be here for once, I always feel left out being on, not being a part of the show. So now I feel part of it.
Well, very
Even
good.
though I'm here for all of them.
Thanks, everybody.
Grow the show.